I'm testing this out. I'm seeing how this works. I don't do. Sorry, I don't do live streams that often. If you do hear a little crackling noise, I just got through cooking in my kitchen a little while ago, and I hate when you get through cooking food that like, cooked food smell. It fills up your kitchen. It's like a candle lit on the other side of the room, so you might hear a little crackling. But what this is, now, y'all know I've been at wrestling shows, and the area I live in, I live in a very rural area in a southern state. People don't read a lot. Oh man, I'll read it all. I'm like, dude, I see you for 2 hours every day scrolling through Facebook. You do read, you just don't read. You read nothing but Facebook. So I rarely, if ever, get wrestling books in because I've had them before and put them on the table and they just don't sell. They don't sell. They don't sell. Even when, excuse me, I sell them cheap. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna try again. Well, earlier this year, I got some wrestling comics in for Chaos and Image. Got a lot of like 14 in. Offered up to a guy I know, Jay Andrews, Robert Wadsworth. He does Full House Finds, Full House Flipper, I think might be his channel. Go check him out. He runs Pro Wrestling Ego and does the Ego on Break stuff. Well, he always like, yeah, what do you want from us? I'm like, dude, you made me an offer. And I hate when people ask me what I want. I was like, no, what do you think it's worth to you? Because I never know what the price stuff at. I know what in my head what I got to sell it at to make a profit. He made me a very good deal, and I used a good chunk of that profit I got from it to order some wrestling books. And this is one of them. That's the X-Library book. As you can see, it's still got the... I've tried to get all the stickers off, but as you see, I don't really have nails. So I ordered this and think, okay, I'll read it once, and then it'll get put on the table. I'll ask, like, it's a hardcover. I'll probably ask $5. I flipped through this and I'm like, holy hell, I'm keeping this. Let me show you why. This is an encyclopedia of women's wrestling, 100 proof files of the strongest in the sport, LaToya Ferguson. Now, it's a $25 book. I do not know when this came out. I have to look at the copyright. But this, I love reference books. I love wrestling reference books. Miami.A, Public Library. I got a lot of stuff from it. I think a big part of the reference book thing is back in the day, reference books, you couldn't check them out from the library. So, those are the ones that are, in my mind, they're special. You can't even check them out from the library. So I would, anytime I could find one for cheap back in the day, I would buy it. They were expensive. Now that we got the internet, most of that shit's free on the internet, these books go cheap. I've talked about this in my movie reference books. All right, this is from 2019, so this is not that old. This is just a few years old. And I'm just going to go through it real quick. There's all 100. It's alphabetical order. Got a little forward. Now I'm going to talk about the women that to me that I reckon. Ak Yasukawa. No idea. I'm assuming probably Stardom. Yes, Stardom. I hear from quite a few people how great Stardom is. I've not watched a lot from them. I need to get into more. I was into Joshi back in the day. Like, from about 97, 98, 99, 2000, when I got heavy into tape trading online. Before I was tape trading through newsletters. I started getting people, well, man, I don't really, I'd rather not buy, I'll trade something and then have anything. I was like, well, just send me a tape of Joshi. That's Japanese women's pro wrestling. So I don't know much about that person. Now, Aja Kong, I know about. Was it Aja Kong? Didn't Aja Kong work in the States a few times? I think so. AJ Lee. Now, this is now WWE star, supposedly running the new incarnation of WOW Women of Wrestling and is married to CM Punk. One of those where she managed to blend, not only she's, in the ring, she's not a 5-star person. But she's going to put on a good match and she's good at storytelling. And if she's able to put up grumpy ass CM Punk, she's a saint. April Jeanette Mendez. There she is. Alexa Bliss. Now, she is one where I'll bet she's not bad. But man, her fans and her fan base are just hardcore and they act like she's the best wrestler ever and all this. I'm like, I don't get it. She's not bad. She's good on the mic. She's okay in the ring, but she's not, there's so many wrestlers better than her. But that's the other thing. A lot of your fans, especially here in the States, all they know is WWE or what they can see on their TV. And I'm like, especially the all fans, like, and they gripe about, oh man, WWE sucks. I can't watch it. And I'm like, well, you got internet because you're posting on it. Why don't you watch? This is free on Fight. It's free on YouTube. But to a lot of fans, if it ain't on TV, it ain't worth watching. I don't get it. Alicia Fox. She is one of those that really shocked me. When she first started out, she was not good. But over the years, she ended up becoming pretty decent. And, I wish she had her career last long, but I don't know where she got she showed up drunk and was put in a match. Allie, also known as the Bunny, also known as Cherry Bomb. This is one of those I heard about. I heard her name for years and years. She was working with Pepper Parks, who was her husband, if I remember right. Huge hard note, which of course means I'm gonna love her. But she also, hey, welcome to whoever just came in the chat. I ain't got the chat turned on. Let me see. Yeah, gonna chat on the corner here. Okay, I'm doing this on mobile, so I can't see who's in there. But hey, how you doing? I'm talking about my wrestling book here. Allie, I first saw her as Cherry Bomb. Then I started seeing her in Impact. When Impact was on like Destination America, it was. And hey, what's up, JP? What's up, JP? I just saw it. Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, better be up to date. But Allie, great lady wrestler. Fairly entertaining. She's one of them where in ring her skills are not the best, but she has enough character work and all that to make it work. Yeah, really entertaining. Matter of fact, there is a picture of Miss Allie Cherry Bomb, whatever you want to call her. Allison Danger. If I remember right, that's Steve Carino's sister. Am I right, JP? I'm pretty sure. Another one of the ladies that should be better known. I don't know why. And then one of my favorites here, Allison Kay. You might know her as Sienna. She was in Impact Pro Sienna. One of these lady wrestlers that I don't know why WWE's never signed her. Really good. Really good. Alundra Blaze. Now, why they listen to her as Alundra Blaze? Sure, that's when she was in WWE under her name, but you know, Medusa Massini. One of the few women wrestlers, as a matter of fact, the only one I know that won the PWI Rookie of the Year when she was in AWA. Just really, really good wrestler. Kind of known for her in-ring stuff, and she did a lot of Japan, but also known for her out-ring stuff. Like she was married to Eddie Gilbert for a while and supposedly ran his credit cards up. She did monster truck driving. Really entertaining wrestler. Sadly, most people now know her from that dying days of WCW run where she just wasn't as good. Angelina, no, Angelina's one of those, when she first started, I was not a fan. Like, wasn't heartwarming, but wasn't amazing. I might, okay, but she has just improved so much. Another, she's in the Beautiful People in Impact. Matter of fact, there is Angelina. Asuka. Now, this is one where, you know, people know her because of WWE work, but she worked in Japan for a long time. In-ring, amazing. On the mic, not bad. I mean, English is her second language, but on the mic, not bad at all. I think it does, JP. I think it does mention her time in the LPWA. Hey, see? JP knows it. And, man, are you like me? I'd rather call her Medusa, because that's what I know. I mean, I don't think I ever saw more than 2 of her matches as Alundra, but I saw a lot of her stuff as Medusa. Make that picture. Awesome Kong. Oh, my God. Now, sadly, she is better known now. She's got out of wrestling than she was when she was in. Worked Impact Japan a lot and was on Glow, the TV show Glow on Netflix, as Welfare Queen. Really good wrestler. Big old monster wrestler, you know. Really good. All right. Ayako Hamada. This is another one of those where I know the name. I don't know a lot about her. JP, you know, jump in here. You do? Okay, we're getting to the bees. And look, there's one of my favorites, Beth Phoenix. Bayley. Now, Bayley is one of those where I didn't get it at first. I heard everybody raving about her NXT run. I'm like, okay, I want to watch her. Okay, she's not bad, but she's nothing amazing. It's the character work. And I think with a lot of people, a lot of it is that she just seems so personable. They love her. And I don't know what WWE is doing with her. There's Bayley right there. Becky Lynch. This is one where people were raving and raving. I'm like, I don't get it. And when she started doing the man thing and became, you know, so much better known, I'll give her that. She is fairly decent. That's right, JP. That's right. When I love that. I saw that live. She dropped it in the trash can. Medusa, talking about Medusa in the chat there, when he showed him WCW, she was still the WWF then women's champion. She had a live on Nitro and dropped the belt in the trash. Okay, the Bella Twins. Now, I have been told that Nikki got better, but she'd have to improve a lot to be worth watching for me. Never was in one of them in ring and Brie, ugh. But hey, you know, just what guy wrestler, same as a female wrestler, sometimes you need that eye candy wrestler, and the Bellas were eye candy. All right. Beth Phoenix, now this, oh Jesus, Beth Phoenix is amazing. You know, every once in a while, you know, they need one of them lady, big old lady, you know, big, tall, muscle-bound, kind of Amazonian look. And I hate that she retired. And the story about her, you know, she told a story on some podcast about how, you know, she was training at Ohio Valley, if I remember right. And like she had to pay, she was working at a diner repair wrestling. And she came in and like her bill was paid for. Molly Holly paid it for her. All Molly asks is, hey, when you make it big, you do it for somebody else. That's what you like here. And they better have Molly Holly in here. The Glamazon. And there's Miss Beth Phoenix. She is best known now for being married to Edge. Billy Kay. Now I'm gonna have to see a picture because there's these two ladies. There's Jessie McKay, and the other one. They are the inspiration, the Iconics. I never saw much of their WWE work. Dude, yeah, JP, this book, man, dude, JP, go on Amazon. This book is very inexpensive, like $8-9. Definitely worth checking out. So we got Billy Kay. Let me see a picture if that's who I'm thinking of. And of course, they don't show a picture. Okay, there's Billy Kay, and there's the other lady, Ruth, Australian. And they're another one where they're not amazing in the ring, but they got charisma, they got personality, it works. And I saw them live as of recording not that long ago. Impact came to Oswego, Oswego, Louisiana. And live, they just ooze charisma. Bull Nakano. Oh my God, Bull Nakano. Most of you out there will know her mostly for her work against Alundra Blaze and WWF, but such a great worker. She's a big, tough hoss, Candice LeRae. Now, this is one of them that it sucks that her early career is kind of tainted because a lot of her early career she was tagging up with Joey Ryan as the world's cutest tag team. Really good wrestler. You never hear a bad word about her. I don't think she's in WWE anymore. She was in NXT forever. I think she was having a baby. I think she took some time off and just didn't come back. Candice Michelle. Now, Candice is one of those back when old Johnny Ace was... Hell yeah! Bull and Aja were the Japanese equivalent of the Road Warriors. You're right, JP. You're right. And when I say JP, I'm referring to Jean-Paul LeBlanc. If you are looking for the pictures of wrestling, go check out Four Corner Photography. This is one of the best ringside photographers you're ever going to meet. One super nice guy. I've known JP, we known each other, what now? Has it been? I'll say like this, August will be 10 years, man. But Candice Michelle, one of those, she was a fashion model, she did like some lingerie modeling, and John Ace hired her for her looks, and she turned out to be a decent wrestler. But I'll admit, I judge women's wrestling in WWE on a different standard, because I know until just last few years, most of the women in WWE wrestling were not there for wrestling, they were there for eye candy. So, somebody to me that was a good wrestler in WWE, a good lady wrestler in WWE would be a lot lower any place else. And I'm glad that women's wrestling is becoming bigger in the States. Carmella. This is one of those that I just don't get. I don't get it. I've seen her wrestle. All might, she's decent. In ring. Hold on. I don't see it. I do not get it. Donut. Charlotte Flair. Now, this is one where people disagree with me. Daughter of Ric Flair, of course. And Ric's had two sons getting into wrestling. R.I.P. Reed. David Flair, and they had Charlotte. Out of the three, and I've only seen 2 Reed Flair matches. I only had Charlotte's the worst to me. I don't get it. To me, in ring, she looks like somebody pretending to be a wrestler. Play acted as a wrestler. She does nothing that bores me to tears, but I will give her this match she had at WrestleMania. It had to be night 1 because I haven't watched night 2 yet this year against Ronda Rousey. Probably the best Charlotte Flair match I've ever seen. But she's one of them that WWE is just pushing way too hard. Cheerleader Melissa. JP, you can chime in on this. Is Cheerleader Melissa even still wrestling? She wrestled. The last thing I saw her was she was in Lucha Underground's Mariposa. And she was, Raka Khan in Impact. Amazing wrestler, second generation star, but just never got that big push. Hopefully they got a picture of her. They do, they're shooting me. Really good. Don't know why they never did a lot with her. Chelsea Green. Chelsea is one I've turned around on. I first saw her as was it Laura Van Ness? Let's see, they probably listed it here. Canadian, blah, 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 trained by Lance Storm, if I remember right. Lady Laura Van Ness in an Impact. Didn't think much. Good character work wrestling in. She has gotten so much better. She's back in Impact. Married to Matt Cardona. Was in WWE for a very short while and just kept on getting hurt and got let go. But yeah, Laura Van Ness. Christy Hemme. Now, y'all remember it? If you're an old-time wrestling fan, God, hate saying that, old-time wrestling fan, which means you've watched for the past 20 years. The Diva Search. I'm pretty sure Christy won that. Yes, 2004. Never was that good in the ring, but had charisma. And I don't think she's got anything to do with wrestling anymore. She's probably best known now for the Impact where she messed up something on Austin Aries' introduction. He cornered her, in the corner and climbed up on the ropes and like shaking his junk in her face. R.I.P. Joni. Chyna. Now, never got to meet the lady, but she, to me, is the one that really helped break women's wrestling into the major leagues in WWF, WWE, WCW. Because to be big old tall lady, muscle bound, really could wrestle in and put on, it looked legitimate. That's my, because I don't mind intergender wrestling. But when you got, let's say, I wouldn't put like Alexa Bliss in there against like a Brock Lesnar. Because there's no way she could beat him. But Chyna, yeah, I can see Chyna beating somebody big, and it was so sad what happened to her. Ended up passing away. All right, we on to the D's. Daisy Hayes. Ring of Honor is where I mostly know her from. Didn't see a lot of her works. I can't say a lot, but I heard she was good. I think she's one of those Missouri-based. And give me 2 seconds. My Alexa's going off. Alexa, stop. Sorry about that, y'all. My Alexa in the other room was going off, and I don't know why. All right, so who went? Deonna Purrazzo. Now, Deonna's one I'd never heard of her. I know she did some NXT time. And then I saw her in Ring of Honor and Impact, and she is amazing. Does the Champ Challenge. Really good wrestler. Really, really good wrestler. Got to talk to her for a few faint seconds, maybe about a minute, at the Impact tapings down in Westwego. Was it February? Really nice lady, really good. I hope she keeps on going. Ember Moon, Athena, now known as Athena. She's left WWE. This lady is just so good. Such a good wrestler. Just like, it just blows my mind that, in WWE they never seem to figure out what to do with her. I never understood that because she got a unique look, good wrestler. Emma, also known as Tennille Dashwood, another Australian lady. Was huge over in NXT, and then when they brought her up to the main roster, they didn't know what to do with her. Now she's in Impact, teaming up with Madison Rayne, or was last I saw. I'm a week behind on Impact. One of them where she's a good middle of the road. You can run her as champ or have her be the one challenger for the belt. Eve Torres. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I did not see a lot of Eve's work when she was first working in WWE. I went back and watched. Nothing amazing. Nothing amazing at all, but not bad enough for WWE style. I don't think she's coming back. We're on to the F's. The Fabulous Moolah. Now, as a kid, growing up, I was born in 1970. So, as a kid, the women wrestler I saw the most was Fabulous Moolah and Wendy Richter. And, I was a Wendy Richter fan. Hated Fabulous Moolah. I'll give her this. She trained a lot of people. She did a lot for women's wrestling. But if the stories are true, she did a lot of damage too. She was, kind of known for being just doing a lot of sleazy things. So hey, I went on to the G's now. Gail Kim. Probably, she's a perfect example of a wrestler that WWE had no idea what to do with. She went to TNA and blew up and became fairly big. Really good in the ring, decent on the mic. She's pretty much retired now, from my understanding. She's married to Robert Irving, if I remember, the famous chef. Canadian, she is. Fairly good. And look at this shit. Check this out. Okay. Trained by Ron Hutchinson, Robert El Fuego Echeverria. That's not the JP, if you're hearing this. Is that the El Fuego we know from around here? That's Fuego del Sol. Never mind. Sorry. And this is one where a buddy of mine who lives up in Canada in that area was raving about her before she came down. He's like, dude, you gotta see her. And she was going by La Felina, I think was her name down there. Io Shirai. That's another Joshi. Haven't seen a lot of her because I don't watch NXT. I tried. I watched it when it was FCW, when it was NXT and it was only on Hulu. I'd watch it here and there and got into it. Well, once it moved to regular TV, I just kind of fell out of watching, and I've not watched it really since then. But no, I hear a lot of rave reviews about. There's Io. Ivelisse Velez. Evie. Saw her first on Tough Enough. Impressed me there. Didn't really do a lot, and probably her biggest run has been in Lucha Underground, but you always hear stories about, she's kind of a pain to deal with and all this stuff. I don't know. Never met the lady. JP, if you're here, man, if you met her, drop a comment. The baddest bitch in the building. Ivory. Oh, one of my favorites. Oh, man. One of my favorites. Tina Ferrari and Glow. I am the right age. I saw Glow every week when it was airing. Loved the hell out of it. And Ivory's probably one of the few that... Because most of the ladies in Glow were not wrestlers. They were trained, they're models, they were trained to wrestle. And she's went on and had a great career, and she was so good. In WWE's, like what I call the dead years, where the women's wrestling was bikini contest. Ivory could wrestle. It was really, really good at it. And I love that this past year, 2022, she came back for the Royal Rumble and put on it was pretty decent in the Rumble. Pretty decent. All right. I win the Jays. Okay, never mind. Jacqueline, Miss Jackie, Miss Texas. Everything I've heard, one of the toughest women ever in wrestling. Black lady, based out of, well, I'll say she's based out of Tennessee. It was one of them I saw a little bit of in Memphis, and then she went to WWF, and she been in Impact, and she just blew up. Okay, I figured you probably met her at least once. Yeah. JP was just my Brandon Evilise at Busting for Autism. Jacqueline, really tough. Now, you hear her, she is just super tough. All right, here we go, JP. I know you know the Jazz. This is Rodney Mack's wife, and the stories I've always heard is if you got to fight one of them, you'd rather fight Rodney because Jazz will kill you. Super tough, really, really good wrestler. I mean, she was in the ECW when there was hardly any women wrestlers, and she would fight the guys. And super nice. I mean, you don't hear a bad word about this lady. She is just one of the people that, wrestling needs more people like Jazz. Jazzy Gabert, the alpha female. I don't know a lot about her. Okay, here we go. Jessica Havoc, also known as Havoc, works in Impact now. Engaged to or married to Sami Callihan. This lady, she stands out. I mean, she's like almost 6 foot tall. Oh, thank you, JP. He said Miss Texas was raised in Fort Worth and had extensive judo training. I knew she was training martial arts. I wasn't sure what. Just have it like almost 6 foot tall, has a unique look to her, does some kind of like goth monster thing, and she demands attention. Like when the West Wego tapings, the Impact tapings I went to, she didn't even have match. She just came out with was it Crazy Steve, I think, and like the crowd was focused on her because she has a very unique look. Matter of fact, I hope they got a okay. That's the only picture they have of her. All right, the Jumping Bomb Angels, to my Joshi. Now they are probably before WWE started bringing in some Joshis and Impact. These are probably the best ones. They did work in WWE for a short while in the 80s. They're on one of the WrestleManias, I'm thinking right. Supposedly one of the best women's tag teams ever. I have not seen enough of them to really say back and forth. Kairi Sane did the pirate gimmick in NXT and WWE. Now is back in Japan working for Stardom. Another one where I wish I'd seen more because I really can't say much because I don't know a lot. Caitlyn did not wrestle for very long. Had a kind of a different look because she was a taller, kind of more muscle-bound lady. While Sanford was not bad. Katrina Lee Walters, Winter, whatever you want to call her. This was Paul Burchill's sister in WWE. Very unique. It reminds me of Caroline Monroe. And I don't know what she's doing now. She did wrestling for a while, and then for an even shorter while for Scorpion DVD releases, she was like their horror host. If y'all old enough to remember Elvira for modern people, Singuli, but had a very unique look, UK based or was UK based. Kaylee Ray. This is one of those I don't know a lot about. I got a buddy that lives in Ireland, but part of Ireland is not part of the UK. Is that North Ireland? I'm not sure. But he raves about her. She's based out of Scotland. I don't know a lot about UK wrestling anymore. Kelly, well, oh man. One of her she's super nice, very nice lady, but she just, she couldn't even run the ropes right. And then yes, you have to be taught how to run the ropes. JP can comment if you want. Okay, sorry about that. My internet's not the best. This is Kelly. I said, and I remember from WWE's version of ECW, she first showed she was the exhibitionist and she botched taking her bra off. Nice looking lady. Another one of the bikini models Johnny Ace hired. Heard she's super nice, but never saw much out of her. Kimberly. Oh God. I don't know if I want to touch this one. There's a lot going on with Kimberly right now. Has a unique look. What I've seen of her on the Indies has been pretty good. What I've seen of her in Impact has been pretty good, but there's issues there. So I'm not going to get too much into that one. All right. Layla, former basketball cheerleader, was in the WWE Diva Search. Another one where, not horrible in the ring, but was more of an eye candy wrestler. Lita. Now this is one. Lita, I love Lita for this. She went on how to wrestle. She went down to Mexico and was taught how to wrestle down in Mexico. Came back up. Worked ECW in the TNN days. It was Miss Congeniality. Got signed by WWE. And they didn't know what to do with her first. They had her managing S.A. Rios. Because S.A. Rios, I don't think speaks English very well. JP, you can comment if you want to on that. I don't know. You probably met him. But then she got in Team Extreme with the Hardys. And not the most technically sound wrestler, but knows how to draw attention. Knows how to keep people's attention. Do the moonsaults and all the crazy stuff. And how could I hate a lady wrestler who pretty much listens to the same music I do? She had her own band there for a while called the Luchadors that I'd love to see. Lufisto. French-Canadian powerhouse. Lufisto, the super hardcore hentai. This lady is tough. Tough. And sadly, not as well known as she should be in the States. Especially not if you're not into indie wrestling. There's a picture of Lufisto. R.I.P. Luna Vachon. Part of the Vachon family. Luna, as far as I know, was the first woman ever in WWE to face a man. Double plus tough. Comes from an amazing family. Unique look. Had this very unique, gravelly, rough voice. I want to say she was married to Gangrel for a while. She passed away, sadly. Now we're on the M's. Mae Young. Now, Mae Young's one of them. I've heard the name for years. And then when she came back into WWE, WWF with Moolah and started doing the comedy, it's caught my attention. I mean, if y'all don't watch back then, you remember she was dating Mark Henry in storylines and then gave birth to a hand. But this lady, I mean, I saw the Dudley Boys put her through a table and she had to be in her 80s. Super tough. Heard crazy stories about her. Oh, Madison Eagles. And this is one of those, is Australian? Yeah, Australian ladies I've heard so much about and never seen any matches. Australia's got a hotbed. There's Madison. Manami Toyota. Like I said, I'm not that well versed in Joshi. Maria Kanellis. Okay. I'll be straight up honest here. Maria in ring has never done anything to impress me. On mic, she's not bad. Good character, but in ring, she really ain't that great. And what blows my mind is her husband is an amazing wrestler. But she's better known. And I think she's another diva star. She's done Ring of Honor. She's done Impact. She's done WWE. She was just in Impact recently. Maryse, who got her own little show with Miz, married to Miz. Not a horrible wrestler, but another one where gets over because of her looks. In ring, nothing great. Well, they gave her a lot of pages. Mayu Iwatani. This lady I've heard so much about. Stardom. Supposedly just this amazing wrestler. Like I said, I don't watch enough Joshi. Miko Satomura. Another one where I know the name, don't know, and welcome whoever just came into the chat. I can't see, I'm on mobile, but thank you for coming in and, hang out, chat. John Paul's probably saying, JP, give him, he knows his wrestling, knows more than I do. This dude is versed. Melina Perez. Melina, she is one of them that, when she was wrestling, I want to say she was on SmackDown. I didn't watch SmackDown, heard people raving. I finally saw her. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. One of them I just don't understand. But I mean, if y'all watch my wrestling enough, I'm not into a lot of the wrestlers most people are. Okay, here we go. The current interim Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, Mercedes Martinez. This lady is probably one of the best women's wrestlers of the past 20 years. I want to say she's Puerto Rican. Big, tough lady. Super tough. Amazing in the ring. Great on the mic. And it's another one where, like, WWE had her, didn't know what to do with her. AEW had a shot at her, didn't know what to do with her. Hopefully somebody uses her right. Hopefully Ring of Honor, because she's one of them to me, because before the Diva or the Women's Wrestling Revolution, WWE, it was happening on the Indies. And to me, Mercedes is one of the ones that helped out with that. Just so good. And JP, if you met her, let me know. I love Mercedes. Mia Yim. Now, this is another one I'm going to rave about. First star in CZW. Russell was with the Blasian Barbie at one time. Because she's part Asian, part black. Unique look. Really good in the ring. Good on the mic. And WWE kept her in NXT forever. Brought up to the main roster. Didn't know what the hell to do with her. And let her go. Married to Keith Lee. Hopefully she shows up in AEW because that would be great. Just really, really good. There's Mia. Michelle McCool. Now, one of them, I never saw anything yet. I want to say she's one of the bikini models that Johnny Ace hired. Heard she got a lot better towards the end of her run. I don't know because I wasn't paying attention, but probably best known for being married to The Undertaker. And I don't get it. Mickie James. Now, Mickie James, if anybody in my eyes could give Mercedes Martinez a run for best lady wrestler of the past 20 years, it'd be Mickie. Mickey's one that, discovered through the Indies where she went to WWE. She was Alexis Lurie. And just so good. Good on the mic, good in the ring, could wrestle, has charisma, everything. And that West Wego taping I was talking about earlier in this stream, when she came out, she probably got the loudest reaction of anybody. She was just coming out to do commentary. Because at the time she was the Impact, I think their women's house called the Knockout Cell, she was their champ. Mildred Burke. I don't know jack about Mildred Burke. I know the name. And she's trained by Billy Wolf, but this is like old school women's wrestling, which I don't know a lot about. Miss Elizabeth. Now, did Miss Elizabeth ever have a match? I would have her in here, because I don't think she ever had a match. Y'all know Miss Elizabeth, Macho Man's wife, was one of the few women in WWF back in the day. Sad what happened to her. Matter of fact, I'm listening to a podcast while I'm cleaning the house most days called Crime and Sports, and they're going over Lex Luger, and Miss Elizabeth OD'd and died when she was, I don't know if she was married to Luger or not, but there's her and Macho. Molly Holly. Oh my God. I mean, y'all know me well. I'm a huge Hardcore Holly fan. And Molly, I love Molly to death. Amazing wrestler, another one you never hear a bad word about. She did so much. Oh shit, Mildred's got a book, dude. JP just let me know Mildred has a book. I have to check that out then, because I need to know more about it. Molly, good in the ring. Never heard a bad word about it. She did a shoot interview after she left WWE. She left and she explained why she left. And most interviews, it was like on the screen it said shooting the shit. They had to cross out the word shit and put crap because she didn't even cuss. Just really amazing. Wrestling lost something when Molly quit wrestling. Hello, whoever came in the chat like said I'm on mobile. I can't see. Naomi. Naomi is one of them that when she first started, she was part of the Funkadactyls. I was like, yeah. I kind of lucked her with the other girl who wasn't worth a crap. And Naomi, see, she tries hard and she's greatly improved. Become, for WWE, a really decent lady wrestler. I like the glow thing she does when she comes down. She's got neon colors on and all that. And she's married to one of the Usos. Natalya Neidhart. This is one of Stu Hart's granddaughters. Her mama was a Hart. Jim Anvil Neidhart's daughter. She has been like the backbone, like the workhorse of WWE's women's division for, it's been 20 years now? No, it's probably been at least 15. Just amazing wrestler who does not get the praise. Okay, hold on a second. Is that better, JP? This autofocus kind of acts up here and there. Natalya. And there is Natalya. Let's see. Yeah, that light's shining there. Nia Jax. Unique look. I never saw a match out of her I thought was worth a shit. And she's also one of them where I got a feeling she got hired because she had a unique look. This lady, fairly tall, fairly big, was a plus size model, but she never was good at it and supposedly injured a lot of people. Probably best known now for there was a match. Wow, really? Is that better, JP? Because I got the autofocus set. Let me see. Let me try this. But Nia was best known for she had a match where she fell and yelled, "My hole!" And I think she ripped her butthole. There's Nia. You can see, very pretty woman. Nicole Savoy. This is one of them I don't know much about at all. Like, at all. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. Nikki Cross. Oh, she's Scottish. Scottish. WWE was like Nikki. Was it Nikki Ash? Does a super great. Interesting wrestler. Just, I don't know if they know what to do with her. Is that better, JP? ODB. Oh, God. ODB. One dirty boop bloop. Mostly known for running Impact, but also in some Ring of Honor stuff. Was in Ohio Valley Wrestling. Told she didn't have the right look for WWE when they're hiring all the swimsuit models. Super tough, entertaining, good on the mic. Paige. Born into wrestling pretty much. I mean, hell, her mom had a match when she was pregnant with her and didn't know it. WWE, you know, worked a lot in UK, came over to WWE, and then hurt her neck and couldn't wrestle. And now, probably best known now for the sex tape leaking. But really, really good wrestler. There's Paige right there. Peyton Royce, that's the other member of the Iconics Inspiration. I never can remember their names. Like I said, charisma and not horrible in the ring. Rachel Ellerling, this is, talk about Road Warrior, this is Paul Ellerling's daughter. I have not understood yet why she's never really had a long run in any of the big leagues. She was pretty good there for a while. She was in Impact teaming up with Jordan Grace as like a power team. It was pretty interesting, pretty good. Rosemary. Oh, I love me some Rosemary. She is in Impact, teamed up with Havoc, and Crazy Steve is what the, not the menagerie. I can't remember what they call themselves now, but it's kind of like a gothic evil thing. Rosemary has that charisma, has the look, good in the ring. And I'm kind of surprised she's never went anywhere else. Ruby Riott, now known as Ruby Soho. I don't know what happened. When she was on, she was Heidi Lovelace on the Indies, really good. Got to WWE, and I didn't see a lot of her matches. It was not bad there. Then there was an injury. She left and went to AEW, and the matches I seen in AEW were not that good. I don't know what's going on there. My only complaint about her is, I understand what she did. She knew that the Ruby name was the best name that she'd ever worked on. She wanted to keep it. Well, she's in a punk rock, and Laura Fredrickson from Rancid, if y'all know who that is, told her, hey, I give you permission to use the name Ruby Soho, you can use our song. I hate that song. So every time I hear her name, the song starts running through my head. Whenever I write down in my head, I'm singing the Ruby Soho song. There's Ruby. Sable. Got into business because of her husband. Never could wrestle to save her life. What at one time was the highest selling issue ever of Playboy. In my eyes, she set women's wrestling in the States back 10 years. Now she's married to Brock Lesnar. I'm glad she doesn't wrestle. Sarah Del Rey. This is another one like Mercedes Martinez. That why didn't she become bigger? Amazing wrestler. Last I heard, she's dated or engaged to Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli. Was in WWE as a trainer down in NXT. I don't know why they didn't keep her. Amazing wrestler. Sarah Stock, who's best known as Sarita in Impact. Canadian wrestler. Another one my buddy mentioned, talked about Gilcom, talked about Sarah Stock a lot. Really good wrestler. Was known as in WWE training women in NXT, and they let her go. There's there's Sarah Del Rey. There's Sarita. Saraya Knight. This is Paige's mama. What I've seen from her, not a bad wrestler, but when the Me Too stuff came out and Speaking Out came out, a lot of accusations against her. She's pretty much retired. Sasha Banks. Now, Sasha is one of those that people love her. She's not bad. I think she gets overhyped a little bit, but she's not bad. But I got a feeling she's one of them that if she gets offered like a good job working in Hollywood, she's gone. Like, she loves wrestling, but I think she'd rather go do movies, which, hey, you know. Serena Deeb, which hopefully they got, there's Sasha. Serena Deeb, they don't have, okay, she's in AEW, probably best known for her run That's true, man. Training Mexico worked their ass off. Training Canada worked their ass off Mexico and helped build the women's knockout division. You're right, sir. It's really deep. Best known for being part of the Straight Edge Society with CM Punk and now Doc Gallows. And they shaved her head and then she got let go because she was supposed to keep kayfabe outside the ring and she was drinking. So, Sexy Star. Wow. JP, you probably got more stories on her than I do. This good wrestler, good lady wrestler, good luchadora. But is known for taking shit a little too far in the ring, and was it Rosemary, I think it is? She popped her arm out. Shayna Baszler, former MMA lady. Decent in the ring, but it's like WWE doesn't know what to do with her. They had her, and we're kind of pushing, and then they brought in Ronda Rousey, like, oh, we got a better MMA lady, but hey, there's Shayna. Sherry Martel. Oh, man. JP, your area, man. New Orleans. Sherry Martel, back when I was a kid. To me, she was the best women's wrestler ever back then. She'd fight the men, supposedly like double plus tough. There, I mean, she had her issues, but you always hear these amazing stories about her. Sadly, though, she passed away quite a while back now. One of them women that, she'd been born like 10 years later, she would have been huge. In the Attitude Era, she would have been huge. Three-time AWA Women's Champion, one-time AWA Superstars of Wrestling Women's Champion, Cauliflower Club honoree, IWA Women's Champion, all the credentials, just so good. Stacy Keibler. Looked nice. I never saw a match from her I thought was worth a crap, but looked nice. Stephanie McMahon, yeah, well. Why is it every picture of Stephanie McMahon, she's making that smiley face, she's got that messed up looking face, I don't get it. Summer Rae, another one where I think she got hired on her looks, because I never saw a match from her that was worth a crap. Tamina Snuka. Now this, I don't get. Tamina's been around WWE for a long time. She's not horrible in the ring, but she's not good, and she doesn't seem to be getting any better. And I'm wondering why she's still there. Yeah, they've let go plenty of more talented lady wrestlers, but they keep Tamina around. Jimmy Superfly Snuka's daughter, Taryn Terrell. This is one that shocked me. Now, she's another New Orleans-based wrestler. WWE, I can't remember what name she used there. She was not good. They didn't really do a lot with her. They let her go. She went to Impact and became really good. Like she had, was it Gail Kim JP? She had a really good match with. Like became a really good wrestler. Don't know what the hell she's doing now. I haven't heard her name mentioned forever. Tessa Blanchard. Oh man, uber talented. Her father's Tully Blanchard. Her stepfather's Madden MTA. Stacey Keibler used to run a boutique in the Woodlands, Texas area back in the day. Okay, JP, I know you're here. You want to tell your Tessa Blanchard story? Well, let's just say Tessa, amazing in the ring. Good in the ring, good on the mic, but has attitude issues from whatever we hear from everybody. And was the first woman ever in Impact to hold the men's world title. And then had to drop it because of various issues. A lot of stuff's happened. Like I said, amazing wrestler, just got a lot of attitude issues from everything you hear, and Mr. JP here had a little run-in with her. Toni Storm. New Zealand, Australia. Wrestling in the UK, another one WWE had no clue what to do with her. Released her, she's with the AEW, hoping she does great. Tori Wilson, now this is fashion model, I hired her to wrestle. Was never amazing, but never bad. Don't know what else to say about her. Trish Stratus. This is where I'm going to catch shit. I never thought Trish was worth the shit. She did get better in the ring. Because when she first started, she was horrible. She was, oh God, I'm trying to think of the worst wrestler I've ever seen live. I don't want to say the day because they might watch. But she was not good. And she did improve. She worked hard. She improved herself. But even when she improved, she was not really that good. But nice looking woman, so got a lot of praise, and people love her to death. Veda Scott. Veda's one of them where in-ring, all mic, pretty decent. Always reminds me of Peggy Bundy. And I don't know what she is doing now. I have not heard anything about her in a while. Vicky Guerrero, the late Eddie Guerrero. Okay. Lucky enough to see Tessa's first few matches on a little southern tour along the Gulf, Queen and a shot with Barbie Hayden at Houston's NWA Logan. Yeah, I know you saw a lot of Tessa. Vicky's one where I don't think she ever wanted to be a wrestler. Great on mic, she annoyed the fuck out of you, which was what she was supposed to do. Victoria! Oh. Hey, JP, Victoria. I think her allergies are acting up. One of them wrestlers, so good. Such a good lady wrestler, but, you know, WWE really didn't see nothing to do with her. Impact, I don't know what she's doing now. Wendy Richter. That's the thing with Wendy. I've only ever seen her WWF work. I know she worked other places like Puerto Rico, AWA, and all that. I've never seen any of it. But her WWF work, I mean, she was probably, my generation, she was probably the best known women's wrestler because she was the champion for so long. And the original Screwjob, the Spider Lady. If y'all don't know, Wendy had the belt. Supposedly, she was not when she wanted to renegotiate her contract, get more money. So she'd been facing this Spider Lady, somebody in a mask, and went out there. And that night, it wasn't whoever was normally it was Moolah. And Moolah rolled her up and quick cap, boom, got the belt off Wendy. The original Screwjob. It wasn't Montreal. It was the Spider Lady. There's Wendy, and got Cyndi Lauper involved. So that's always nice. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Got a little glossary in the back. There's some good pictures. Well, y'all, I'm fixing to get out of here. But thank you, everybody came and hung out. Thank you, JP. I'm glad you got to come and hang out and add a little bit to it, man. And I'll throw it out there again. If you want to see some of the best ringside photography or promo pics in wrestling, if you see a poster for a event anywhere in the South and there's good pictures of guys on there, odds are JP took the pictures. You've been taking pictures for what? Is it 50? You've been doing ringside photography and promo pics for what, 15 years now, JP? Quite a long time. And he's just a wrestling fountain of knowledge. Nice guy. Been to many a shows with him, had many trips in the car with him, you know. And I'm out, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed that. And if you did, there's that thumb. Click that thumbs up. Leave a comment, subscribe, all that other stuff. I'm out. Laters, everybody.